Okay, there we go. Just give people a minute to join, and then we'll continue. Okay, so the gaming's done. Gaming over. We've played enough Oddworld for one day. We've played for about an hour and a half. It's been very fun. I hope you've enjoyed watching that part. But it wouldn't be an Ashbridge Industries stream without a little bit of a Q&A, so I'm going to keep the stream going for another half an hour or so and just do our usual Q&A. Let me know if you watched the gaming portion of the stream. Let me know how you felt about it. I'd love to do more game streaming. There are other games that I'd like to play. Obviously, today I've been playing Oddworld Abe's Exodus, which is my personal favourite video game, but there's plenty of other games that I want to do. I'd like to play Portal. I'd like to do Euro Truck and Farming Sim with the wheel, as I've shown you before. There's definitely a lot of potential there. So yeah, it's definitely something that I want to consider doing. But for today, the gaming is over. We've had enough of that. Unks18, do I play Elden Ring? I've not actually played Elden Ring. I'm not too big on fantasy games, to be quite honest. I'm more of a sci-fi kind of person. You know, I'm more Fallout than Elder Scrolls. You know what I mean? So all those kind of like fantasy games, I'm not really that big on. So 1 second, let me just turn those lights off. There we go. Do I play Tomb Raider? Oh, funnily enough, 1 second. I do have the original Tomb Raider for the PS1. But to answer your question, no, I don't really play Tomb Raider that much. I've got the original, and I do occasionally play the original because I do have a PS1 as well. But yeah, like the franchise as a whole, I'm not massively like big on. But obviously, I've played it before. Do I play FIFA? No, I'm not really into like sport games like FIFA. Hi, when did you come out? Asks Brexit Ginger. I came out in 2021, July. Finley asks, what gender am I attracted to? I am, I would probably call myself bisexual or possibly pansexual. So everyone's fair game. Do I play Call of Duty? Yes, I do play Call of Duty, specifically Zombies. I'm a big fan of Call of Duty Zombies. Yeah, not so much the campaign or the multiplayer. A little bit of multiplayer, but for the most part, Zombies is what I go to. A lot of like the last few games in the franchise, I've only bought to play Zombies. I literally only bought Black Ops 3 for the Zombies. I've got to be honest, which is, and it was worth it because the Zombies in that game is pretty good. What's pansexual? So I don't really feel qualified to answer that question because the difference between bisexual and pansexual is a complicated issue that everyone will give you a slightly different answer to. It's similar to bisexual, but there's a bit more nuance to it. That's as much as I'm going to say because I don't really want to. I don't really want to spend the time explaining the intricacies of all that kind of thing. Okay, someone asked. JWolf28 asked, "What's my favourite zombies map?" My favourite zombies map is probably Ascension, Bit of a basic answer. I know everyone likes Ascension, um, but definitely. I mean, for good reason. It's a good map, right? Um, I'm probably gonna get. Well, it depends. It depends which game actually. From the first Black Ops Ascension, from Black Ops 2, it's got to be Buried. From Black Ops 3, probably Zetsubo. Controversial, um, but yeah, Zetsubo, my favorite from Black Ops 3. Holly May X asks, "Am I a flat earther?" No, I'm not a flat earther. Roger Cray says, "I am bisexual, as in if I can't get sex, I buy it." Good one. He's a flat chester. Oh, yeah, very, very flat. Actually, it is flat underneath because that's all padding, but this top just makes it look a bit flatter than it actually is. Am I a vegan? No, I'm not a vegan. Where do I live? I live in Yorkshire, in England. How far am I in the transformation process? So, medically speaking, nowhere. I haven't done any medical um, transition yet. Just because in the UK, the NHS waiting list is incredibly long and private healthcare is quite expensive. So, in terms of a medical transition, I haven't actually started anything yet. But I have fully socially transitioned. Everyone around me, family and friends, know who I am. And I'm currently in the process of legal transition. I've changed my legal name. And I'm currently in the process of changing my gender on my passport as well. Why have I got a flag on my wall? That's a trans pride flag. I've got it because I'm trans and I'm proud. What age did I start my transformation? I came out in 2021, almost exactly 3 years ago. What does trans mean? Trans means that I don't identify with the sex I was assigned at birth. Basically, when I was born, they put male on my birth certificate, and it was wrong. Once again, why have I got the flag on the wall? Because I'm trans, and it's a trans flag. Okay, please stop spamming let me in. I'm not going to be doing any. I'm not going to be sharing the stream with anyone. Unfortunately, it's just going to be me for today. Don't think it was wrong. They're usually spot on about that. Well, funnily enough, this time next month when I've got my new passport that says female on it, then you can talk to me about how they definitely didn't get it wrong. How long did it take you to know that you were trans? Well, I guess 22 years. I came out at the age of 22. Um, it was somewhat um, it was somewhat sudden in the sense that I'd never really thought about it before. I knew like there were signs. There was definitely a lot of indication, but it took me a long time to sort of piece it together and figure out that that's what was causing it. Womp womp. Don't know why you're commenting womp womp. I'm perfectly happy. What were the signs then? The signs were just a general discomfort with who I was. I mean, the feelings that trans people have are often like compared to like body dysmorphia, but it's a bit more than that. It's more like it's hard to explain the intricacies of it in like a TikTok live, but essentially, you know, it's just feeling uncomfortable with the body that you have and not being quite sure why. Um, and one day I asked myself, you know, could the reason for these feelings be that I am transgender? And I gave it some serious time and thought, and I concluded that yeah, that probably was the reason, and that's how I came out. Why do I wear makeup? Do I not feel confident about who I am? I feel perfectly confident with who I am. In fact, there are videos on my channel where I'm not wearing makeup, and you know, cis women wear makeup every day. Do you tell them that they're not confident? What country is that? That's the trans pride flag. Unless you're asking what country that is, in which case that's Japan. Why have I got a Japan map? Because I speak Japanese. Hide my Adam's apple? No. There it is. I'm not going to hide it because I don't have any uncomfortable feelings about it. Fluent Japanese? No. Conversational Japanese. I can just about hold myself down in a conversation, but I wouldn't say I'm by any means fluent. Can I show us the unicycle? I can. I'll go and grab the unicycle. There's the unicycle. I'm making good progress with it. If you've watched some of my previous videos, I've had it for just over a week now, and I've been getting in a couple of hours of practice every day, and it's been going quite well. I'm getting there. I can cover a few meters already, so I can tell that I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. Show us the Japanese map. I will show you the Japan map actually. Here's the Japan map. It's completely in Japanese as well, as you can see if I zoom in. And it's got extra large maps of Tokyo and Osaka. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. What are my pronouns? She and her. Thank you for asking. What made you learn Japanese? So, my interest in Japanese came from just a general interest in Japanese culture, to be honest. I'm not a fan of anime. Before anyone starts asking questions about anime, I've never watched an anime in my life. I have no interest in anime whatsoever. I'm more interested in like traditional Japanese culture. It's always something that's really fascinated me. And so about 8 years ago, I started learning Japanese. I was actually the president of the Japanese Language Society at my university for 2 years. Really great time. And yeah, it's just a skill that I've managed to keep hold of over the years. I don't really plan to use it too much. But yeah, it's nice to know another language. How did I come out to my parents? So, the first member of my family I came out to was my stepmother, followed by my dad and then my mum. I basically just told them outright. I said, "Look, I think I'm transgender," and they were okay with it. Fortunately. None of them speak to me now. They do. They definitely do. You'll have to take my word for it because none of them are here at this very moment. But all of my family are very open and accepting of me. Yeah. Have I finished building the wardrobe? Yes, I'll show you the wardrobe, actually. I wanted to show that as well. There's the wardrobe. So if you joined on Monday's stream, this is what I was building. It's complete now with all my dresses on there. And there's some drawers down at the bottom. It perfectly fits the space that I said. I wanted it to fit in between the two windows, which it does. So yeah, very, very happy with it. I look like a book character turned to life. I think that's a compliment, thank you. They're very disappointed. No, my parents are not disappointed. In fact, I actually went to see my dad last week and I took the unicycle because he told me that he knew how to ride one. So I took it through with me because obviously I had to see him prove it, and he couldn't. As it turns out, my dad cannot ride a unicycle. You've got a chopper, mate? Yeah, I do. Do I like Fanta? I do like Fanta. I like Fanta Lemon and Fanta Fruit Twist. And the original Fanta's pretty good as well. And also, actually, I like Fanta Chocata. If you've ever tried that, you can get it in a lot of Eastern European supermarkets in the UK. It's good. It's really good. It's like elderflower flavoured. Blink twice if you need help. I think you're commenting on the fact that I blink a lot. Yeah, that's just something that I do. I am known to blink quite a lot. What are my pronouns? She, her. Thank you for asking. Do my parents say they have a son or daughter? Daughter. Adam's apple. Yep, there it is. Do I use any vitamins to grow my hair? Nope, this is my completely natural hair. I've been growing it for about 3 years. I just wash it every day with Head and Shoulders shampoo and conditioner, and that's it. What's my favourite food? I like pie. I like a nice pie. How old am I? I'm 25. What's wrong with me? Nothing. Why won't I answer the bathroom question? Because you keep asking it. Even if I answer it, you will ask it again and again and again and again and again. So there's no point in me even answering it in the first place. Where am I from? I am from Yorkshire in England. Okay, so where in Yorkshire am I from? I was born in Harrogate in North Yorkshire, but I currently live in South Yorkshire. How did I learn piano? There's a good question. Um, Basically just through brute force. I just played it until I could play it. I started about 8 years ago. I got my first keyboard, and then 4 years ago I got my first proper piano. I haven't had any like formal teaching in piano or anything like that. It was literally just playing it until I got better. And if you're interested in seeing me play the piano, I do a lot of piano videos on my account. So please follow if you want to see piano. Why am I wearing my mum's lipstick? This is my lipstick actually that I bought with my own money. Here it is. It's a wonderful dark red matte sort of colour. Abe's Exodus is boss. It certainly is. I'm sorry. Unfortunately, we've finished playing Abe's Exodus today. You've missed out on the actual gameplay, but I did play about an hour and a half of Abe's Exodus earlier on. How do I deal with hate and vile comments? By simply not caring. I get plenty of hate comments. They don't affect me personally. If anything, they affect me positively because they boost the video, you know. On live streams, not so much, but on videos, hate comments are welcome. Have I had the surgery? No. Go Middle East? Why? Do I have any pets? Not at the moment. I will be getting a spider soon though, actually. I did want to mention that at some point in the stream. I've talked in previous videos about how I've kept jumping spiders, and I would like to keep them again. So hopefully at the end of this month I'll be getting a new jumping spider. I'll be making videos about the spider, obviously. I think spiders are I'm really fascinated by them, and I think they're really misunderstood. I'd love to make videos talking about spiders and, you know, sort of raising awareness for them a little bit. So yeah, my next pet is probably going to be a spider. It is now 5, go away. I don't need to end the stream at exactly 5 o'clock. I mean, if it makes you uncomfortable that I'm still streaming, then I'll just carry on streaming, I guess. Do I use female toilets? No. Have I started HRT? Nope. Not yet. HRT is hormone replacement therapy. Should be ashamed. Why? When are you ending the live? When I get bored. You like guys? Yep. What would your girl name be? My name's Saul. I'm not changing my name. In fact, I've made a video recently about the fact that I changed my middle names, but not my first name. I don't intend on changing my name at all. When did I change? 3 years ago. July 2021. How did my parents react? Very well. What's my speedrun record in Exodus? I've never actually speedrun it before, but I can finish the game in a few hours. Yeah, I've never like professionally speedrun it, but I've played it so many times that I can finish it pretty quickly. Can you please say hi to me? My name is Angel. Hi, Angel. What are my pronouns? She and her. Thank you for asking. Am I taking testosterone? No. If anything, I want to be taking the opposite of testosterone. I've already got plenty of that. Am I going to Pride? So my local Pride celebration isn't till August, so I will be going, but it won't be for a while yet, unfortunately. What got you into doing TikTok? There's a good question. So I actually started TikTok about 3 years ago, just before I came out as trans, doing piano videos. And for about 3 years, I was doing only piano videos. If you look back at my older videos, they're all piano. And then a couple of months ago, I decided that I wanted to start doing more trans-focused videos. Just because of the climate that we're in at the moment, you can see from this comment section here, like just me existing as a trans person is enough to piss off quite a lot of people. So I wanted to use that and make a TikTok talking about my experiences, you know, to help reach the other trans people out there, to help show the people who leave comments like the ones that are being left that I truly don't care what you want to say to me. I'm going to continue to live my life. I'm going to continue to enjoy myself, and I'm going to continue to make videos. And that's pretty much why I do TikTok. If anything, the hate comments just keep me going. How long ago did I come out? 3 years ago. What shade of lipstick do I use? I don't know the actual name. The name isn't anywhere on the stick, but the brand is Technic Colour Max Matte. I'll hold it a bit closer. Although actually it's reflected, isn't it? So you can't read it. Technic Colour Max Matte is the name. I love your hair colour. Is it your natural hair? Yep, this is my natural hair. And I've been growing it for about 3.5 years. So the last time I got it cut was just after Christmas 2020. I was due to get it cut in like June of 2020, but I sort of postponed it. And I'm glad I did, because it was like the same month that I realised I was trans and decided that I wasn't going to get it cut anymore. And I haven't had it cut since. Yeah, it grows pretty fast. That runs in the family. You know, we just are prone to quite fast hair growth. When my dad was my age, he had like shoulder length hair as well. So yeah, it very much runs in the family. And fortunately, there's no history of baldness in the family either. So it's here to stay. How long have I been playing piano? About 8 years. Piano for 4 years, and before that I played keyboard for another 4 years. Do I often get misgendered with having quite a deep voice? Yes, I do. Actually, believe it or not, without hearing my voice, I don't get misgendered. Might be hard for you to believe, you know, especially some of the trolls in the comments, but no, when I go out in public looking like this, people do correctly gender me. But usually, as soon as I start speaking, they change up real fast, just because I don't have the have the voice. Grade 6, if so, what piece? So I've not actually had any formal education in piano. I've not actually taken any piano exams. I have a grade 1 in violin, which I passed with a distinction way back when I was like 13 years old. But I don't have any piano qualifications. Did I chop it? Nope. Still got it. And I don't plan on having it either. I don't plan on getting rid. I was just Yeah, hi Mark. I was streaming Abe's Exodus earlier. I've put a stop to that now. I got to a hard bit. I'll be honest. I got to one of those secret areas that's like really tedious and time consuming, and I didn't feel like spending 20 minutes on stream trying to get through it. So I decided to call the gaming stream quits for the day. Pronouns, she, her. Thank you for asking. If I walked into the ladies' room and saw you, I would shriek without thinking. Well, that's not going to happen because I don't use public toilets. Do I think there's been a decline in media literacy in young people? Absolutely, I do, yes. Any hobbies? Yes, I have a lot of hobbies, many of which I intend to talk about on the channel. I obviously have my unicycle, which I've just bought. I have my gaming, which I've just been streaming earlier. I'm interested in railway modelling. I'm interested in Lego, gardening, walking, bird watching. I've got quite a few hobbies, and I would like to talk about all of them at some point. Am I religious? I'm not personally religious, but I do have religious family members. Why is this on my For You page? Hell nah. Why is it on your For You page, man? I don't know. You tell me. Sexuality. I find men and women attractive. Walking is fun. Walking is a very fun hobby. I live quite close to the Peak District as well, so it's really cool that on a weekend I can just get on the bus, go to the Peak District, and go walking for like 3 or 4 hours. It's really great, and I love walking. Vegan? I am not vegan. What's my favourite colour? My favourite colour is green. How come your voice hasn't changed if you're on hormones? So I'm not actually on hormones, first of all. And second of all, trans women's voices don't actually change on hormones. Excuse me. So the way your voice works is you've got your vocal cords inside your throat there, and when you go through male puberty, those vocal cords get loosened, and that's what causes you to have a deep voice. Unfortunately, once they've been loosened, they can only be tightened back up with surgery. So you can't take hormones to, increase the pitch of your voice. You can do voice training, which is what I'm planning on doing, which will help me to have a more feminine voice. But unfortunately, for trans women, estrogen will not increase the pitch of your voice at all. Do I believe in Jesus? Me personally, no. But as I say, I do have religious family members, and I totally respect their religion. They dig you up in a few hundred years and go, there lies a male. Why are they going to dig me up in a few hundred years? Like, why me specifically? Why are they going to go to my grave and think, let's dig this one up? Am I planning on hormones and surgery? Hormones, yes. Surgery, no. What's that flag behind me? That is the trans pride flag. What's my name? My name is Saul. Height, I am 5'6". You're going to change name as well? I already have changed my middle names. I don't plan on changing my first name. Yes, I have a masculine first name, and no, I don't plan on changing it. I am going to be called Saul for my entire life, because I like that name. Do I like men or women? Both. I like your jumper, thank you. Can I call you Sawley? Yeah, you can. That's a nickname that I frequently got, especially as a kid. Sawley was kind of what people called me. I don't mind if you want to call me Sawley. Can I call you Brian? You can, if you want to. Yeah, I mean it's not my name, but you can call me it. So it's spelled Saul, like Paul, but with an S. Can I call you Barbara? Yes, you can. You can call me whatever you like. Any name under the sun. Feel free. Did I get bullied as a kid? No. No. I was. I wasn't exactly a popular kid, but I wasn't bullied either. I had a close group of friends that I hung around with regularly. Isn't Saul a male name? Yes, it is. It's a traditionally male name, but I think this idea of names being boy names or girl names is stupid. Um, it's literally just a series of letters that we use to describe a person. I don't see why names should be gendered. Um, yes, Saul is a traditionally gendered name, but it's also my name. You know, it's the name that I've always had. It's the name that I'm always gonna have. I just like that name. So why should I be forced to have a girl's name? You know what I mean? How old am I? I'm 25. Your jawline is impressive. Thank you very much. It is quite defined. I'm sure you'll agree. Why have I chosen to only take hormones and not have surgery? I don't feel that I need surgery. I think I can get all the results that I want from hormones alone. Um, I don't want anything done downstairs in particular. Um, but everything upstairs, breasts, face, all that kind of stuff, can mostly be achieved through hormones anyway. So surgery is just not something that I feel is worth the investment. You don't want double Ds? Of course I do, but I can probably get those on HRT. So too scared. Yes, I'm too scared to waste my money on something that I don't need. Sure. It's really not a matter of being scared. It's a matter of I literally don't need this, and it's very expensive as well. So why would I bother? Are my parents supportive? Yes, my parents are very supportive. Have I gotten beaten up in the street? Not as a woman. I've been beaten up once in my life as a teenager. That was years before I came out, so I've not been beaten up looking like this. No. When do you plan to start HRT? As soon as possible, really. As soon as I've got the money to go private and get a consultation for it, I want to get on HRT. Hopefully this year or next. Why did I get beaten up? I just grew up in a rough neighborhood. Is everyone in my family supporting? Yes, they are. I'm very lucky. I realise that I am in a very lucky position that nobody in my family has been unsupportive. Everyone's been so great about it. My hair's excellent. Thank you for saying so. It's I've been growing it for about 3 years. Can I say? Okay, yeah, okay. I was about to say happy birthday to that person, but then I realised what was going on. Girls don't drink Irn-Bru. What a stupid thing to say. It's Irn-Bru. This is not a gendered drink. It's just a drink. Like someone actually commented, "Girls don't drink Irn-Bru." Oh my god. Am I non-cis? Yeah, I'm trans. So yes, I'm non-cis. Girls don't have an Adam's apple? Actually, yes, they do. Many, many women have Adam's apples. In fact, a lot of supermodels have Adam's apples. You just like to pretend that they don't. Shout out Emily and Scarlett. We're your biggest fans. Hi, Emily and Scarlett. Here's your shout out. What is my favourite animal? There's a question. I don't really know, to be honest. I quite like stoats. I think that probably might not be the answer you were expecting. I think stoats are pretty cool. They're a bit like weasels. How's life now? Life is exceptional. It's great. I'm having a whale of a time, especially in the last few weeks that I've been on TikTok. It's been such an amazing community. There's been troll comments, obviously, but there's been a lot of support as well. I've had a really fun time of it, and I'll continue having a really fun time of it. What's Ashbridge? Ashbridge is my surname. Was I born a boy or a girl? I was assigned male at birth. It says male on my birth certificate currently, but you know, once I've gotten a gender recognition certificate in a couple of years' time, it will say female. Where do I see myself in the next 10 years? I don't really know, to be honest. Hopefully, I might get my dream job, which is to be a successful solo game developer. Uh, I need to actually work on developing games for that, though, and I'm very terrible at procrastinating that kind of stuff. Um, but yeah, maybe in 10 years' time, I'll actually have a published title. Don't lie to everyone, the original certificate cannot be altered. That is untrue. Your birth certificate can be changed. Trans people can get their birth certificate changed to reflect their affirmed gender. So you're just spreading misinformation by suggesting that they can't. It's past 5 p.m. Why am I still on live? Because there's no curfew. The TikTok police aren't going to come around and shut the stream down because it's past 5 o'clock. I'm going to keep streaming until I want to stop the stream. So, you know. Can you end the stream now? Nope. I'm probably going to keep going until 1:30, so another 10 minutes or so. Don't go near children. Too late for that. I have a nephew who loves and adores me, and my sister is perfectly happy to let me near him. Do I have to get hormones to get my hair long? Nope, this is just all my natural hair. Do I have mods? I do have a few mods. I don't think any of them are about at the moment. I did actually want to make a little bit of a request before the stream ends. I might as well do it now since you've posed the question. If anybody out there does want to act as a moderator for me in future streams, then please drop me a DM. People have offered during the stream, but I don't always see the messages as they're going past. So if you do want to be a moderator for me, then please send me a direct message on TikTok, and I can add you to that. I've got 3 mods at the minute. Okay, thank you, whoever put the hat on me there. You must terrify your nephews or nieces. No, my nephew loves me. Mostly because I buy him cool shit like toy trains, which are more for my benefit than his, if we're being honest. Has anyone ever told me I look like Harry Styles? Yes, in this comment section about 50 times already. Is surgery not part of the process? Why wouldn't you want to fully transition? So, there is no such thing as fully transitioning. That's it's a transphobic viewpoint that's often pushed, even by a lot of trans people. And obviously, I don't expect people who are leaving the kind of comments that you're leaving to actually understand this, but I will try and explain it to you as best I can. There is no specific endpoint to transitioning, right? There's no specific line that you have to cross to be fully transitioned. Everyone will have a different goal in mind. Everyone will have a different level that they want to take it to. And mine is as simple as just taking hormone therapy. I don't intend to have any surgery. I don't intend to, as much as you might want to keep commenting, chop it off. I do not intend to chop it off. I would quite like to keep it. And that won't in any way make me any less valid than a trans person who does want to chop it off, as you so eloquently put it. Does anyone know how old he is? I'm 25. So how does that make you a trans woman then? Genuine question. Well, being trans is all in the head, right? If you think about it, right, your body is just a vehicle for your brain, right? Your body is not actually you. What's in your head, that's the real you, right? What's on the outside is basically irrelevant. What's in your brain, that's your true self, right? So I know up here that what I am up here doesn't match what's out here, right? And my ambition is to change that so that what's outside does match what's inside. It's as simple as that. then why do I try to look like it on the outside if it doesn't matter? Because I want to. Because I enjoy it. I enjoy looking like this. I enjoy wearing these clothes. I enjoy having long hair. I enjoy wearing makeup. Even if I didn't enjoy any of those things, I would still be a trans woman because, as I say, what's out here and what's in here are two entirely unrelated things. Do I want to have kids in the future? Yes, I do actually. I do plan on having children. And of course, I'm going to indoctrinate all of them. They're all going to learn what trans people are at the age of 5, and I'm going to force all of my kids to be trans. I'm going to have like 20 kids and force all of them to be trans. Is that a China map behind me? That's a map of Japan behind me, not China. Social services, mate. Okay, clearly that was a joke, right? I think it's funny how people, I think it's funny how right wingers like to say, oh, the left can't take a joke these days. But then the second that I make a joke, you genuinely lose your minds. Like, your inability to see a joke is laughable. That's a joke in and of itself, is how bad you are at understanding when I'm joking. Obviously, I'm not going to have 20 kids and force them all to be trans. It's going to be at least 30. It's half past end stream. Nope, I'm going to keep on going. We're 2.5 hours in and the stream's still going strong. Do I want biological kids? Yes, I do. I intend to have kids that are biologically my own. I have the capacity to do it, and I don't intend to forfeit that capacity anytime soon. How does that work? It works by me having the equipment down there that is necessary to make children. Do my parents like heavy metal music? Um, my dad is probably more of a metal fan. He's not really massively into metal, but he does. He is a big rock fan. That's actually I got my name Saul from the lead guitarist of Guns N' Roses, Saul Hudson, also known as Slash. He's just a bigger music fan in general than anyone else in the family, probably. Um, yeah. Why didn't you just accept your gender? I did. My gender is woman, and I accepted it. Do my parents like you? They sure do. They love me. You actually look like Axl Rose. Thank you for saying so. My sister is actually named after Axl Rose, and my other sister is named after Izzy Stradlin. So three siblings, all named after members of Guns N' Roses. Would HRT affect your ability to have biological kids? To some extent, yes, it does reduce your sperm count, and if you're on it long enough, it does make you completely sterile. But there are options to get around that. There are places that I can go to make a contribution, shall we say, and then collect it at a later date for the purposes of having my own kids. No, my sister's actually called Anna, but she's called Anna Rose. So the Rose part is from Axl Rose. What's my name or preferred name? My name is Saul. Love your vids playing on the piano. I want to ask, have I been on the unicycle yet? Yes, I have. I've been practicing for about a week. The furthest I've ever gotten on it is about 6 meters, which is pretty decent progress for someone who's never ridden one before. I'm hoping I will get good enough to actually be able to ride it like day to day at some point. Have I fallen off the unicycle? Yep, plenty of times. The thing is, though, falling off a unicycle is very different to falling off a bike. Because when you fall off a bike, you tend to go over the handlebars, whereas when you fall off a unicycle, you tend to fall backwards instead. And also, you can mostly stop yourself by just putting your foot down as you fall. So even though you fall a lot more, you're a lot less likely to injure yourself than on a bike. It is all to do with balance. It's a very difficult to keep the balance, because on a bike you're balancing in this direction, but then on a unicycle you're balancing in a second axis as well. So the balance is basically 90% of it. Once you've got the balance, you're done. And I've also heard on good authority that turning is pretty tricky to do, but I think I'll concentrate on going in a straight line before I concentrate on learning how to do corners. What made me go for a unicycle? Well, I've always been interested in unicycles. I think they're a really cool vehicle. And there is another trans TikToker called Sirabun. You might have heard of her. She's got about 20,000 followers, I believe. She has a unicycle. So I asked her a few questions about it. I asked her for some advice, and she was more than happy to answer. She gave me some tips, and I went ahead and bought one. The main reason that I wanted one is because it's mainly for the size. I mean, look at the size of this, and then compare that to a bicycle. It's way smaller. It's way more compact, and that's really the big advantage for me personally. I think, being able to take it on the bus and the train without having to, take up a whole bike space. That's really when I'm going to see the benefit from it. So yeah, I'm hoping, like I say, to just use it in exactly the same way that I currently use a bicycle. Scrolling on your phone while on a unicycle would kind of suck. Yeah, I definitely, for the time being, I've been holding on. It's got a sort of... let me get it back again. At the front here, there's a handle, and when you ride, you hold on to that handle with one hand. I'm definitely not ready to go no-handed yet, but people do, obviously. I mean, people juggle on unicycles and stuff like that, so maybe one day I'll be able to use my phone while cycling. But for now, I'm keeping one hand on the saddle at all times. And I also can't juggle, just throwing that out there. How do you brake? You don't really, you can't brake. If you need to stop, you literally just put your foot down and you just stop moving. Any tattoos? No, I don't have any tattoos. I'm not really interested in getting tattoos, to be honest. There's a lot of tattoos in the family. My dad loves tattoos. He's got loads of them. My sister, who just turned 18, she got a tattoo with my dad. They got like a matching tattoo. I think he wanted to do the same with me when I was 18, but I didn't want one. So... yeah, I'm just not really interested in having one, to be honest. I don't really know what I would have. There's nothing that I really am passionate enough about to get it tattooed onto me. But yeah, I'm not against tattoos in any way. This is not live, says Gulski1982. It is live, it's a live stream. Am I AI? I don't know. Am I? How would you know? Maybe I am. Maybe I am a very advanced AI and you just don't know it. Only an AI would question us about being an AI. Well, exactly. You know, if I was an AI, would I mention that I was an AI? Maybe I'm just saying it to throw you off the scent. But maybe I'm just saying that to throw you off the scent. Or maybe that was to throw you off the scent. Who knows? Do you think it's easier going from male to female or female to male? I mean, quite honestly, I don't know because I'm going from male to female. I genuinely have no capacity to understand what it's like to go from female to male. I think, in terms of societal acceptance, it's a struggle in either direction. But, in terms of like physical change and stuff like that, I can't really comment on which is worse because well, at the minute I haven't done either, but when I do eventually do it, I'll only be going one way, So how long have I been playing the piano for? For 8 years. Why are you making up comments, Kerr? I'm not making up comments. The thing about comments on TikTok or on any streaming service is they go quite fast. So if I read out a comment that you didn't see, that doesn't mean I made up the comment. It just means you didn't see the comment. Look at you, who are you kidding? I'm kidding no one. I'm not trying to kid anyone. I am trans. I tell people that I'm trans when I meet them. I say, hello, I'm Saul. If you can't tell, I'm trans. I'm not hiding anything from anyone, so how am I kidding people exactly? We can tell that's the problem. Again, doesn't matter because when I introduce myself, I tell you that I'm trans. So whether you can tell or not is completely irrelevant. Like I know you can tell, I don't care. Yes, we can. I know you can. That's what I'm saying. I know you can tell. I don't care. Do I like orange, the colour, or the fruit? Both, yes, both are good. This jumper looks a bit orange, but it is actually yellow. It's just the light that I'm in. Where's the yellow sweater from? This is actually from a charity shop. I don't know the label. I get most of my clothes from charity shops, to be honest, because they're cheap and you can find some really great stuff there. And it's stuff that people are not like. It's stuff that's less worn by everyone else. You know what I mean? Like, hold on a second. The stream's trying to end. the thing, the thing about like buying like designer stuff and label stuff is that everyone's wearing it. Like I want to wear stuff that makes me stand out. I want to wear stuff that other people aren't wearing. So I like to go to charity shops and stuff like that. There's like 8 or 9 different charity shops in my local town. I do get stuff from Vinted as well, yeah. Um, And yeah, I have no issue with buying things from charity shops. You can find some great stuff in charity shops. Is that why you chopped your Corey off? I didn't. I've still got it. And charity shops cost like 10% of the price. Yeah, also way, way cheaper than just buying brand new clothes. What's that on your throat? That is an Adam's apple. Thank you for noticing. Who am I trying to kid? No one. I'm very upfront about who I am. I'm not trying to kid you. Am I on the NHS waiting list? No, I'm not, and I don't really plan on being. Any trans person has heard the horror stories about how long the NHS waiting list is. And the fact is, even if I got on it the day that I came out, I'd still be on it, and I'd still be like halfway through my waiting. So I thought it was probably easier to just not bother signing up for the waiting list at all and just wait until I've got enough money to go private. So yeah, I'm not planning on going anywhere near the NHS for my transition, to be quite honest. No bother signing up because this is a phase. I mean, how would we know? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Anything's a phase until it ends, right? You know what I mean? Like, when am I stopping this live? When I get bored. Probably 6 o'clock, because then it will be 3 hours, and I think, I do have other things to do, believe it or not. What did you look like before I transitioned? There's actually plenty of photos on my TikTok of me before I transitioned. I've done a lot of like before and after slideshows and stuff. If you want to see if you want to check out my pinned video on my channel, it's right at the top. There's a photo on there of what I looked like in 2021 with a full beard and sideburns. It's a great picture. So if you want to see what I looked like before, go and check that out. Is Saul my birth name and am I keeping it? Yes, it is, and yes, I am. My dad named me Saul after Slash, the lead guitarist of Guns N' Roses. It's a really cool name. It's not a very common name in this country. There aren't many people called Saul in the UK, so I'm very happy to keep it. It feels very personal and unique to me. I'm very happy to carry on calling myself Saul. What lipstick is that? This is Technic Colour Matte Max. Where am I from? I sound like royalty compared to your accent. I'm from Yorkshire. Definitely not royal. Um, I don't have the thickest Yorkshire accent because I'm from South Yorkshire, and the accent in South Yorkshire is a lot lighter than in North Yorkshire. Um, but you can hear it, especially in like words with an oo sound in, like I'm trying to think of one now. Bun. I pronounce the bun. It's a very kind of sound. Bun. And in words like bath, laugh, etc., there's the high a there. But yeah, it's not the strongest accent in the world, but it's you can tell, you can definitely tell that I'm from Yorkshire. Do I like Radiohead? Not particularly. I don't really have any strong feelings about them. Not really my kind of thing, but they're all right, I guess. Do I even realise what I've done to myself? I have literally done nothing to myself. I haven't had any surgery or hormones. All I've done to myself is grow my hair and put some makeup on. So, yeah. Do I take medication? Not at this moment in time. But I do intend to. Hopefully quite soon. What rock bands do I like? I'm not massively into rock. I do like Queen, obviously. Probably. Maybe a basic answer, but, you know, probably one of my favourite bands of all time. What's the lip shade? I don't actually know the name of it. I know the name of the brand. It's called Technicolor Max Matte, but it doesn't actually have the name of the shade anywhere on it, so I don't know. But it's like a sort of dark reddish brown kind of colour. It's really nice. Do I have a bird? Do you mean like a pet bird or a partner? Because the answer to both is no. Where is Saul? I'm Saul. This is Saul here. What am I drinking? I'm drinking Irn-Bru, made in Scotland from Girders. One of my favourite drinks. Why the lippy? Because I like it. It's a nice colour. What's happened to your sideburns? I shaved them off. What is in that drink? I could not tell you. I genuinely could not tell you what is in Irn-Bru. It's just, it just tastes like Irn-Bru. There's literally no other thing in the world that tastes like Irn-Bru. I can't describe it, but I like it. What are my pronouns? She and her. Thank you for asking. Do I like men or women? Both. What does AMA mean? It means ask me anything. Have you thought meeting with other LGBT people? I actually have a lot of friends who are LGBT. Most of my close friends I met while I was at university, so they don't really live physically close to me. But I do visit them regularly. We sort of have get-togethers every few months. And yeah, a lot of my friends are part of the queer community as well. So I do interact with other queer people. What did I study at uni? I studied creative computing with a focus on game design. And I passed with a 2-1. I was very close to getting a first, but unfortunately, very close is not the same as actually getting one. So, yeah, it was a 2-1 in the end. Not sure what the L's are for. Do you have a degree? I do. If you don't mind me asking, are you trans? Yes, I am. Happy birthday. It's not my birthday. Degrees don't mean shit unless you're a lawyer or doctor, let's be real. Sounds like something someone without a degree would say. I'm joking, please. I'm not trying to be classist or anything like that. You know, I have a degree, to be fair. It hasn't really got me anywhere so far. So, but yeah. Where are you? Looks like a classroom. This is my bedroom. Do I know where Kent is? As in the county of Kent? Yeah, I'm aware of its existence, yes. In fact, I've got a friend from Kent. What's my degree in? Creative computing, with a focus in game design. People keep saying I'm a teacher. I think that's because I dress like a teacher. I think I'd make a pretty good teacher, but I am not a teacher, no. Do I know where Middlesbrough is? I do. My mum is actually from Middlesbrough. What's my degree in? Computer science. You need patience to be a teacher, and I have it with some of these. Yeah, I'm a very patient person, as you can probably tell from me just completely ghosting all of the negative comments. I'm a very patient person. I think I'd be good at teaching because I can really keep my cool. What are my pronouns? She, her. Thank you for asking. Do I game at all? Yes, I do. In fact, at the start of this live stream, I was playing Oddworld Abe's Exodus. Unfortunately, I am not playing it right now. I played it for about an hour and a half, and I will be playing some more of it next week if you want to come and watch me play it. Apart from that, I play lots of other games. I play a lot of simulator games. I've got a steering wheel here for Euro Truck and Farming Sim. I do play Fallout 76 as well, actually. I've got all the Fallouts, the ones that at the minute I'm playing New Vegas and 76, but I have many, many hours in all of them. What's my favourite movie? My favourite movie is Alien. It's my single favourite film of all time, and I love showing it to people. I like seeing. I'm one of those people who likes seeing other people's reactions to films. If I hear that someone hasn't seen it, I'm like, right, we're sitting down and we're watching this film, so I can see your reaction to it. But yeah, Alien, favourite film, without a doubt, by quite a long shot as well. Adam's apple, yep. You're an A, says Martin. I think you were trying to say you're an alien, which is probably the most predictable comment in the world, but thank you. What genre do I like? I like sci-fi. I think I'm assuming you're talking about like films. My favorite like genre for films and games and stuff like that is definitely science fiction. If you don't mind me asking, what's it like being trans? It's great. It's genuinely very freeing. Despite what the comments here would have you believe, I'm a very happy person. I feel a lot more free to be who I am than I was before I came out. Just every single day is an amazing experience, and being seen as the gender that I want to be by everyone around me, by my friends and family, it's such an amazing feeling. And as I've mentioned in previous streams, although I get a lot of negative comments online, in real life, in like the actual real world, everyone is so open and accepting, and it's just such a contrast. It's night and day, comparing the online world to the offline world. People are just so much more accepting of it in real life generally. What about genre of books? Probably the same thing. Probably sci-fi again. I like War of the Worlds, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, that sort of stuff. Big fan of sci-fi in books as well. What toilets do you use? Genuine question, not trying to be offensive. So generally, I use the toilets in my own house. I don't like using toilets in public places of any gender. So I generally try to avoid doing so if I can. Okay, we're coming up to 6 o'clock. It has been almost 3 hours, so I'm probably going to have to bring things to a close right now. I've got other stuff that I need to be getting on with. So we're going to wrap things up a little bit. It's been a good stream. It's gone down very well. I've really enjoyed Abe's Exodus, obviously, and I will be continuing that on probably Monday. I've mentioned before I'm going to be doing 2 streams a week, every Monday and Wednesday. The Monday stream is going to be the gaming stream, and then the Wednesday is going to be like the sit-down, face-to-face chat kind of stream like this. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm currently working on tomorrow and Friday's videos. They're quite good. I'm looking forward to getting those uploaded and published. Just before we go, one more time, I would like to ask, if anyone out there does want to be a moderator for me, then please DM me and let me know. I've got 3 mods at the minute, but it's always great to have more. So yeah, if you'd like to mod for me, please let me know. Also, something I didn't get much of a chance to talk about in today's stream, but I will probably talk about next week, is monetization. It's I know it's a dirty word, but it's something that I think we really need to talk about because I'm almost at 2,000 followers and I really want to at least look at what my options are in terms of monetization. So I'll talk about that more next week because, again, we're a bit short of time today. But I do think that it's quite likely that once I've got to 2K, I might start offering subscriptions through TikTok or possibly Patreon. I'm sort of leaning more towards Patreon because there's a bit more freedom with it. And if anything happened to my TikTok account, I could carry on, and start again and have a bit of support behind me. So Patreon is probably the preferred option, but I'll talk more about it next week. I don't want to go too much into detail about it today. It is something that I'm looking at my options with. But that's it. It's exactly 6 o'clock. We've been streaming for 3 hours, so I'm probably gonna call it a day there. Thank you all for joining. It's been another incredible stream. Some great questions have been asked. Some incredible comments have been left, as usual. I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow for the next video and on Monday for the next live stream. That's it. Bye-bye.